Welcome to the late night happy hour with Carrie Irene and DrSue, where what comes up,
comes out.
that right. That is right. Okay, we are live. So what I'm gonna do right quick is get on YouTube on my phone so I can share the link onto Facebook. Susu, we have not talked in a very long time.
I know.
You was mad, weren't you? You was mad.
You said you wanted a separation. You ain't say we were getting a divorce. So you need some time to get yourself together. You need to go and get yourself together and come on back because I missed you. And I'm not going to let you go. So just know it.
I just might as well know it, huh?
You may as well know it, girl. Because
No, you better not. Look, you better don't. Don't you ever let me go, honey. I ain't going nowhere.
I said to
I ain't
myself,
going.
you have some space, but this is about to be ridiculous. So yeah, and I was talking about that. Yeah, I said, I've been trying to give her some space. I said, yeah, me too, but I'm just saying. This might be too much.
It's only been 2-3 weeks.
This might be too much. It's like,
You said, I don't care how long it is. Oh man, that is great. That is great. That is great. I miss you too, and I miss Dion too. Like I miss everybody, but you know, it's been great. It's been great, and I can't wait now to like hear. Like me and Dion was on the phone last night for a long time because I hadn't talked to him. You know, I hadn't talked to you. I hadn't talked to anybody. I hadn't talked to anybody. And it was good to hear, you know, catch up, get the cliff notes. Maybe there's some stories that span because they're juicy, and, you know. But I got it, all the things. So when I text you last night, I was like, "Are you gonna be up in like 30 minutes?" I was like, "Let's just jump on. Let's jump on," because I was just thinking like a call or a Zoom though, not this. But yeah, but it worked out perfect because like then this morning I'm like, "Well, hey, it's Friday."
yeah, I like that people, myself included, have been respecting your time and your space.
Yes.
Sometimes we need that time, we need that space, and there's nothing wrong. It's like,
Right. Nothing at all.
no, I don't love you any less. I just need
Yeah.
this time now to do what I need to do. I'll be back.
Yeah.
So, you know, I understand that, but I'm just going to tell you, see, I'm a jealous woman. And you can have all the time you need, but you need to pop in every now and then and say, Sue, I love you, girl. Just want you to know.
I got it.
All those, how long has it been? Seems like forever.
It's been 3 weeks. I think it's 3 weeks.
Forever. That's forever. So
Yeah, it's because I didn't do it until I came back from Sacred Queens. I think it was the 16th, so the 23rd, 30th. Okay, so it's almost. It'll be 4 weeks on Monday, actually. So it's been over 3 weeks. Yeah, been 3.5 weeks. But yeah, it's really been good. And not because of what has happened in the 3 weeks, but because I set myself up in such a way, everything that happened in the past 3 weeks didn't knock me down. It didn't knock me flat. Because I had already intuitively known that I needed the space and the capacity to do something different. To not be distracted. To be locked in. To be a vessel and a conduit of energy moving when it needs to move, and have the space to command it to at times. You know, and that's been really good to experience because I'm watching it. Even though I'm doing it, I'm watching it be done through me, and just, you know, most of my time is spent in gratitude of saying, oh, I'm so glad that not only am I wise enough to get out of my way, But I'm blessed enough to attract people to constantly remind me, Carrie, get out of your way, girl. Like, you done all this. Like, what are you doing? Like, and I've had, in these 3 weeks, I've had someone doing that for me. And like, come on, time to do something else. Time to move on. Time to create. Time to stop doing the same thing over and over, but allowing what you done to work for you.
Yeah.
Game changer. Game changer. And it's slow grinding, but I can't think of nothing that ain't good that's slow grinding. You know what I mean? Everything slow grinding is better than something that's quick. Crock pot meals, foreplay, slow churn ice cream, slow smoked barbecue.
Yeah.
All the things that, like, you do it just slow and strategically always seem to come out better. So I'm just excited to just be taking my time. It feels good. It feels good. What you been doing? Because I know you've been over there. You got your books. You got your stuff. You got the celebrating of your son. You got a lot going on too.
Yeah, it's there have been days when it's been a little bumpy emotionally because of the event coming up. In a way, even though I already had the celebration of my son almost 2 years ago, in a way, it's like doing it all over again and realizing the depth of the grief that's still there. What I understand about grief is that it comes and goes, and it just, you feel everything is energy. So you feel what you feel, or I feel what I feel, and it moves very quickly, and then I can get back to doing what I need to do. So that's been one thing that happening. I have finished the manuscript, submitted it to the publisher. We have tentatively a end of November launch date. I'm excited about that. I got the first round of edits back from the editor yesterday, and I was just so excited.
I know.
There's nothing like getting your manuscript back and there are no edits to be made.
Oh, it's kind of emoji or anything I could put on the screen right now. Like, Zoom, I would have like rockets going.
A comma here.
Yes, dang.
It's like it was.
Yeah,
I walked on air for a couple of days with that.
I bet. I bet.
So I'm
Oh,
excited.
God, I bet.
I am submitting some ideas to the publisher tomorrow so that the graphic artist can start working on the book cover.
Okay. You got some ideas so far? I mean, you don't got to share them here because we don't want everybody to know them. But just a yes or no. Do you have some ideas?
I do have.
Yeah.
Is I went to the bookstore and actually looked at some book covers as well as looked at some on Instagram and on Amazon. And actually, the idea that I had before I went and looked at all those, I like my idea better.
That's good.
Yeah, but I just made a template for the graphic artist with what I liked, what I didn't like. I'm going to send him like 4 different ideas. I like this about this one, I don't like that one. So, in the fonts.
Okay. Okay.
And the publisher has us, and I haven't started doing it yet. But y'all, from now on until the actual launch, I'm going live every day. But it has to be on the same platform. So I'll go live on some other platforms as well. But the platform of choice for me at this point is LinkedIn, which LinkedIn is a whole new. It's different.
I was gonna guess Instagram. I would have been corrected. Okay, LinkedIn. I love it.
Instagram, I love Instagram, and I'm gonna go. If I go live on LinkedIn, I will also go live on Instagram.
Right. Okay.
So,
I like it though. I like it.
I'm trying to cultivate an audience on LinkedIn. so that, because I think that if I'm going to pick up speaking engagements, which I'm hoping to use my book as a foundation for that, if I'm going to get that, then I'm more likely to get it from the visibility on LinkedIn. And that may just be a fallacy in thinking, but at least for right now, the thought is to go live. And I've not gone live on LinkedIn, so I got to even study how to and figure out how to do it. Um, I do know how to, pre-record stuff and post it. So in any case, I will have a daily presence on LinkedIn and also
Okay.
photograph on Instagram. Instagram is where my most active audience is. Facebook is where
Right.
the largest group of followers is, but Instagram is where my more active um, audience is. And I don't have many connections because I haven't really nurtured it. I haven't really focused on it. But that's one of the things that I have to do this weekend, to go on and make sure that everything on that page is consistent with my brand. So those are the things that I've been working on, just moving into this launch phase. And hey, y'all, I am open and available to speak on Mind Mastery. So to start getting some speaking engagements.
Absolutely. I'm trying to pull up your LinkedIn. There it is. But you, again, like you said though, you're in the process of updating it and things of that nature. But I'm gonna go ahead and drop your link in the comments.
Yeah, it'll be the same. I mean, it's
Right, because who knows when people will hear this, and so they'll always be able to find you. Where's the comments? There we go. Comments. Paste.
and so
Bada
the name of the
boom.
book, y'all, the name of the book is From Mastering Your Mind to Mastering Your Life. And I will be talking about it, talking about what mind mastery is, talking about how to get rid of those little nuisance thoughts and programming that keeps you from accomplishing your goals. Um, when we talk about mind mastery, for those of you who are interested in the law of attraction, you got to be able to master your mind in order to attract what you want to attract. So we'll be doing that as well.
Is that correct?
Mastering your mind to mastering your life. Yeah, but there's no comma. It's just one. But yes, that's it.
Got
And I'm excited. I'm so excited. I am excited to be able to share what I have learned. This journey to this book, I didn't realize it, hadn't really even thought about it, but the journey to writing this book has been 10 years in the making. And I really feel that everything that I have learned, that initially I thought I was going down rabbit holes, but God is just so good. You can't see the big picture.
that
That's what I
part.
tonight, that you can't see the big picture, right? You want to, I want to, but God only shows you what you are capable of handling, what you are
Right.
capable of receiving in that moment. And so these last 10 years, every time I have looked at, oh, well, this is it. This is what I'm supposed to do. Man, this is it. I'm so excited. And it was what I was supposed to do at that moment, but it was a stepping stone to where I am, to getting where I am now. And now I look back and I just see more, still don't see the whole thing, but I see, I would say I see 80% of the composite plan. It's like, wow, I never would have put it together like that. I just would
Yeah,
not.
right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I am in awe. And as you were saying earlier, you're just kind of standing back and looking at yourself, looking at yourself going through it.
Yes. Yes.
If for the listening audience, if you can't follow that, then I'm going to say it one more time. Uh, And I'm going to encourage you to practice doing this, because this too is a part of mind mastery, to be able to stand outside of yourself and see yourself as you are actually interacting with people and dealing with things. And sometimes if you even to stand two people back, like, oh, I see me seeing me doing that. Like, dang,
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd do that, but I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah.
part of life mastery. When you and we talk about spiritual evolution and spiritual awareness, all of this comes into play. But all of it boils down to, who is the you that you be, and who do you want to be?
That is so good. I'm ready for it too. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see it have babies. That book's gonna be what they say, Papa was a Rolling Stone. This book gonna be a Rolling Stone, baby. Wherever it lays its hat, it's gonna be its own, for real. Yeah, I like this a lot, and it's just so. It's a mirror. It's the same thing. Like a lot of things in my life, like I was telling my dear friend that I've been doing so much, and it's been this whirlwind of things. And it's like it wasn't until I got into the center of that and saw that everything that was spinning around wasn't spinning around because it was trying to get my attention. It was spinning around because it wanted to make sure that I was going to get to it. You know, it wasn't like you need to do me now, you need to do me now. It's more so of, then if you ain't gonna do me now, then sit me down. I'm only swirling around because you're keeping me in like you acting like you about to do something with me, so I can't sit down because I don't know at what point you're gonna do something with me. I'm just ready when you're ready. I'm ready. Because I keep thinking about it. It's ready. But I'm like, I'm gonna do everything. But I have to figure out, what am I gonna do right now first, and then everything just collapses until you command it again. It doesn't go away. It can't go away. Everything that has ever existed has always existed. It only moves and it shifts and it expands and diminishes depending on your focus to it. That includes good ideas. These are good ideas, you know what I mean? It ain't no like, oh my God, I just gotta stop having ideas. That's not it. Focus on the idea that's right here. What's present right now? What is this? What's the next best thing for that? And if it ain't pertaining to that, and if it's not the next best thing, then don't put it into orbit. It's not its turn. Because then great ideas become great distractions.
I think you and I are probably vibing on the same frequency, because I had the same thing I'd say about 2 weeks ago. I have all these things that are ready almost.
Yeah.
Still have stuff that hasn't even happened.
Yeah.
And I'm going to encourage the audience. I don't know, ladies, guys, just like, if you are not using AI, if you're not using ChatGPT, you're really missing the boat. I'm going to encourage you to do it, because I work alone, but I use ChatGPT to brainstorm. So I woke up that morning and I thought, I got too much stuff in my head. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I don't even know which direction to go in. So what did I do? I sat down at my computer and I said, ChatGPT, I feel like I'm all over the board. I got this going on. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I
don't even know what I'm doing no more. I don't even know what is going on.
It's like, it's just too much, right? And so I poured all and I didn't worry about grammar. I didn't worry about sentence structure. I didn't worry about, is it coaching? Is it, no, this is what's going, I'm putting into Chat GPT what's in my head. What's in my head is like this.
The whirlwind. You gotta give it, yeah.
The great thing is, though, that chat is amazing. And so what it did is say, okay, this is what you said. This is what you've got going on. this is what you said that you want to prioritize. This is how we're going to do that. And it just lay a roadmap, and just in less than 30 minutes, I was back on track. I had clarity.
Back on track.
I struggling about, I need to do this and this. Now I know exactly what I need to do and the order that I need to do it in. Y'all, don't be afraid of AI. Don't be afraid of
You're like, get on board, get on board. I hear you. Cause I tend to over explain, cause I love a good story, and as soon as I start writing, I can come up with 5 analogies for what I'm about to say, and I want to tell you all of them. I want you to know all of them. They all good, but ChatGPT said, "Why don't you just say it like this?" And I'm like, "Okay, okay." That works. That sounds good. Actually, that said everything I wanted to say.
It'll cut you in the face in a hurry.
I'll tell you, sure will. It cut the fluff right out of there. Cause I'm like, and I always say, cause I think I'm funny. I'm like, add a little humor in there, you know. I need to giggle a little bit, like dad joke ish, you know, something so dumb that people are like, Lord have mercy. But then they go tell it to somebody at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, you know how they do. They try to have like, oh my God, that's so stupid. Next day at work, girl. So what do you get when you cross? Oh my God. Huh?
I said the next day at work, they're telling you the joke.
Yeah, exactly. Like they came up with it. No, somebody come up to me and probably tell me the joke. And I'm like, where'd you get that from? Same person I told it to. Same person I told it to. Oh, yeah. Man, life is so good. Life is so good. Life is so good. And you know, another thing that I'm noticing too is, if you have people in your life that need you, the absolute best thing you can do for them is to take really good care of yourself. You gotta take care of yourself. You can't show up for anyone in a tattered state thinking that you're going to help the problem.
No.
Or thinking that you're going to lift the room if you yourself haven't been tended to, like a good bath, like a good 7 solid hours of sleep, a good meal other than a drive-through. You know, like if this is starting to be your routine, because that was starting to be my routine. I had my plan. I even had a little grocery list made out of the juicing I was going to do and all the things, but I allowed myself to keep sticking things into my day that made sense, and there were things I really, really wanted to do, but it was just in there, and it didn't allow for me to. Last night, for instance, right? I laid down to just lay down, you know. I just need to lay down. Like I'm getting in the bed. Everything else I'm doing for the rest of this day is going to be in the bed. Had my laptop on my stomach and fell asleep and didn't even do no homework. Now, now the good part about this is I was just so focused on the fact that I didn't have time to do my homework and where I was going to stick it, that I didn't even take the time to realize I didn't even have any homework due. So I spent 2 days with a part of my body occupied with strategic stuff, and then waking up with regret for something that never existed. That is a prime example of you can change your mind by what you choose to believe. And a lot of people say, well, I believe this because this and that. No, you believe that because you choose to believe that. If you choose to believe something different, it doesn't have to make that belief really go away, because we understand if it takes something to get something, it's going to take something to get rid of something. It just is what it is. But the distance that we create between the something that was and the something that will be is the something that you want to be right now. And you don't have to switch it, turn anything off in order to say, that's there, that's fine, I don't care. But you know what? I'm going to bring into the picture. I'm going to bring into picture happiness. And even though that's there, I don't give a shit. I'm going to focus on happiness. It doesn't take that away, but it makes my point of attraction more stronger in the area of happiness. And then you'll see things that just make you happy start to come around more often. That didn't go away. But you're setting the point of attraction even for that circumstance of happiness, of a better outcome, any better outcome. Even if it's just a degree, don't we want that too? I want to take all the degrees, but the degrees of which the thing will be resolved. And it's going to be the path of least resistance, but the path of least resistance of where you are set right now. And the path of least resistance is a lot less on the path of happiness. So like, even though I may not have had my homework done for 2 days, homework that I didn't have, by the way, because that's what I believe, I still could have chose to say, I don't have my homework done, it may be late, and still go about my day, because it's just as late, it's just as many marks off, and it's just as much time that I have that I ain't gonna do it. But I could have spent that mental and emotional capacity on happiness. Happiness.
Morning, and I said, yeah, one of the things I do every night, I listen to something either educational, motivational, or something that is that's relaxational. And so what I listened to this morning was about the words that you tell yourself. And the story was about this woman who told herself that she would get up in the morning and say, today, I'm sunshine today. I'm sunshine. And throughout the day, that's what she would say. And initially, she didn't believe what she was saying, but this is where the program comes in. She didn't believe it. But when she started to say it, what she noticed is that energetically her whole vibe changed. And energetically, she began to see things that were happier and brighter, and the energy is brighter and everything's different. And now the people, the goals that she had, she wasn't having to work as hard to get them, because now she's living in a state of gratitude, and she's sunshining, and she's smiling, and people are being attracted to her energy.
Yeah.
So I said, I like that story. I never thought about that. But y'all, I'm sunshine, okay? Ain't no clouds in my sky. That's what I started.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I got sunshine. Be gone. Be gone. I got sunshine and no clouds.
I hear that. I love it. I say be sunshine. I say be all the things. Be ever what brings you joy. Like anyway, and that's the thing. Some people on here right now, and they got the mindset of lack, so they thinking, I don't want to be so. What if I wanted to be cloud? What if I wanted to be? What if I like rainy days? Then be rainy days.
If that's
be rainy, be kitty cats. Be yoga foam. I'm yoga foam. Yoga foam is so good and sweet. I don't care. We do not care. We do not care. Whatever it is for you. If it's not harming you, be that. Be that. It's this thing that I am embodying, this feeling that I'm embodying, because I'm sure that woman had a reason for sunshine. It wasn't because it's hot, and a lot of people say, it's too hot. Sunshine is hot. That reminds me of sunburn, or that reminds me of, whatever. Some people always got something to say sometimes. But what if you said, I can be, and fill in the blank, because the point isn't what you're being. The point is that you can be whatever the fuck you want. Literally. So figure it out for you and change it when it's time to change it. If one thing, this is the time where squirrel syndrome works in your behavior. Because if something catches your attention in a good way, in a positive way, in a loving way, that's the thing you're supposed to roll around in. That's the thing you're supposed to double dip, egg wash, breadcrumb, back in the flour, back in the egg wash, back in the crumbs, crispy dip. That's the thing you're supposed to get all on you, because when you start to really cook in that, right? When you start to live in that, when you start to be in that, when you start to integrate that, things that do that same thing will start finding you. It'll start finding you. It will start to find you. It's just like a bee to a flower. They have to. There's something about this thing that the flower is putting out that helps the bee find it. It doesn't have a map. It doesn't type in the GPS, flowers nearest to me. It flies around because it's attracted to it. It knows what it smells like. It knows what it's going to do for it when it gets to it. And we're the same way. So we have to set our point of attraction to the things that we like, to the things that we want. And I am pleasantly surprised what's been showing up for me. I don't know about you, but man, it's like I can't make this up. And not to mention like the things that fall in line, even in situations where on the outside looking in, some people be like, yeah, but you got this going on, and then this person's that and this. And I'm like, yeah, I know that, but when you look at the beauty of it all and the odds that have already been defied and the things that still falling into place, baby, you can't tell me. You can't tell me you can't set your point of attraction. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. Nah, because everything is working out. Everything's working out. Still working out. Everything is always working out. We have some of the worst days, trauma, sexual trauma, mental trauma, physical trauma. And if you look at right now, I bet you better than you were. Even yesterday. Even if something took a step in one direction, think of something else. I bet you got over that. You've gotten over things and we can get over them again. But it's about the journey. Again, what did we say earlier? Slow grinding is the best. Slow grinding is the best, okay? But
you cannot be happy and sad at the same time.
No.
And it's us to decide to be sad as it does to decide that you're going to be happy. And I used to, and I've told this story many times, I would be just depressed for months. It's like with this time of the year, we coming up in October, I would start getting depressed in October, and I would go from October to January. But the thing that was so amazing is now the last day of September, I was fine. October 1, I'm down. October, November, December, January 1, I'm up.
You said, I'm up.
I had a program. First time it happened, okay. I don't know. I can't remember what happened to trigger all of that the first time. But then after that, and this is that program that this shows how you begin to program yourself, right? So
you better say that.
On October, I'm anticipating, because last year, now I'm looking at the present through the lens of last year. Well, last year in October, this is what happened. So it's probably going to happen again.
Yeah.
So that's from October 1, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm going to be crashing. It lasts through December. So it's going to last through December. That went on for years. Years. They wanted to put me on medication. I had the little, what you call those little lights? I don't know what you call the little lights. It's light therapy, where you put the light on your desk and so you can get more sunshine. I can't think of what it's called. Like you're not getting enough sunshine in the wintertime. So all that was, I'm not saying.
I know what you're talking about. The people in Alaska use it, but I don't know the name of it.
I'm not saying that some people don't have that problem. I'm saying that as for me, that was bullshit. I didn't have that problem. What my program that I had called in my subconscious mind was that from October through the end of December, I'm going to be depressed. And I was. Now that I study the subconscious mind, I understand that we, just as we can program ourselves into negative beliefs and negative behaviors and depression, we can program ourselves into happiness. Now,
Yes.
for some people, again, I'm not dispensing medical advice, and I'm not disparaging anybody who has a medical issue. But for the average person who doesn't have that, it's all about your mindset. What are you telling yourself? If you tell yourself you're happy, and you really feel what happy feels like to you, you can't be sad. But if you tell yourself you're sad, everything is energy. You tell yourself you're sad, notice how your shoulders slump, you bend over, your voice drops, your face get all long, and y'all,
Yo.
it's not cute. It wasn't cute for me. It ain't cute for you. And this is when you really have to step outside of yourself and see yourself and ask yourself, what are you doing? Is it what is and here's a question that you also might consider asking yourself. What is the benefit to me of being in this situation? What is the benefit of having of being depressed? Your
Right.
benefit is that you get attention. Negative attention is better than no attention, right? And when you're getting attention, that's a form of reward. So that is like that is reinforcing the programming. And so come next year, October roll around. Hey y'all, I am totally depressed.
Yeah.
And that happened for years until I decided I'm not doing that anymore.
I ain't doing that shit no more. I ain't doing that shit no more.
That's literally what I said. I ain't taking no medication. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not doing it. And so I flipped the program. I interrupted that program and installed a new program. And you know what? I have not had that issue since. Even when my son passed, I did not go into a deep depression. Even when my son passed, there were no thoughts saying, "Oh, I'm just so sad." No, the grief comes and the grief goes. That's normal. But to just be, I'm wiped out from. He passed February 13th, so I'm going to be wiped out for the next 6 months. No, I'm not. You grieve to the extent that you love. So I still and grief lasts as long, the process lasts as long as it does. So it still comes and goes, the feelings, but I am not stretched out saying like I would get all dressed in my white.
Oh God. What you doing? We want to.
Listen, I went all in. I went all in. I'm going to play this all the way out. And then come January 1st, just like the little ever ready bunny, I'm up, I'm ready. Off to a new year.
Oh God.
Makes sense. Because it ain't make no sense. But
Oh yeah. Yeah. We do it.
I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't realize the power of the subconscious mind. And I also didn't realize the program that I was running on myself. We do
You
that.
didn't realize how powerful you were to even be able to do that. And once you realize, damn, if I did that way, I'm pretty powerful. That means I can do it any way I want to do it.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Sense, but it was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. 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 That's how I've been in business, you know. Just doing stuff and creating stuff and starting stuff and it's just like all of it makes sense. All of it is so beautiful. All of it is so passion driven. All of it is downloads, direct downloads, like fucking rocket beam downloads. But it's just like, instead of running to every beam, just move when you get hit with one. Not when it's that close. You know, if it's close, write a note, take a picture, put it in the notebook, move on. But you ain't gotta go run to nothing. They're all in close proximity that if you just be still, one gonna hit you square in the fucking eye. Like, wow. Woo!
Another thing related to that, Carrie, is that the fact that you get a lot of good ideas, you being the generic you, the fact that a person gets a lot of good ideas doesn't mean all of those ideas are to manifest in this lifetime,
Yeah.
right? So
Yes.
if you have an idea book or whatever, you just write it down. It doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to do. And what happens sometimes is that the idea comes to you one way, and you think of it in isolation, but really it's supposed to be interwoven with something else, which will change. It's still the essence that you're going to be moving on, but it changes what it looks like. So it's not.
Yes.
In one way, but that's not the way it's supposed to be executed. So, it's not that you don't keep getting the ideas and getting when you get ideas. For me, what that means is that energetically you're clear, because those are divine downloads.
Yeah.
Your psyche is clear, your third eye is clear, your crown chakra is clear, the energy is moving the way it's supposed to move, you're connected with the divine. And here's something else to think about, that when the idea comes to you, like it's like a radio antenna, right? We all have these antennas, and depending on how clear your frequency is, and how you are resonating at it, then you may be picking up on an idea that was intended for somebody else. Because if
I'm tapping in.
if they're listening to the same station, then both of you are picking up the same information, and it may be that it's for the other person rather than you.
Yeah, it could be. You know, like like the like your great uncle used to sit and listen to the scanner.
Yeah,
My energy listen to the scanner. It's big energy. It is gigantic energy. I love it. I love it so much. It ain't unique to me. It's just this one's mine. And I am willing to feel all of it, and knowing that I'll never be able to feel all of it, knowing that it'll never be done, but I want as much of it as I can fit in. You know, I wanna be so expansive that I fit as much in, that it ripples out as far as it possibly can. I want to feel so good about what I'm doing that it just keeps on going and going, because it loves it. It loves how much I love it. You know? Yeah. Whew, I tell you what, I'm excited. I am excited about my life. Hey,
Dion.
And hey, Uncle Cousin. Hey, Uncle Cousin. Oh man, it's been a good time. Y'all tell us in the comments what y'all been up to. Me and DrSue ain't talked in a while. We just catching up and saying what we're doing. We know Dion and Michelle both just they do a lot. They do a lot, especially with the books and writing and novels and yeah, they own it. So y'all definitely put y'all's links down in the comments, because they got some amazing stuff going on. And I don't want to put it out there because I don't know what I'm supposed to say and what I ain't supposed to say about either one of their stuff, because they got new stuff coming out too. They got new stuff. They got stuff they've done for years. I know Dion has a journal. He just has a novel that just came out also, Finding Terrell. Michelle got a lot going on too. She just, I don't know whether I should say, some of the stuff, but she's got tons of books out there. Just Michelle Hardy XO on YouTube. She got a ton of stuff out there. Y'all gonna check her out too. He said, just been working on the sequel and travel. Yeah, Dion, you getting ready to go on a cruise in 1 month and 6 days on the 18th. I wish I was going, but I'm glad that I'm not. I'm glad that I'm not going. Everything worked out exactly the way it was supposed to work out. There you go. Michelle said, find me Michelle Hardy XO. Check her out. You won't regret it. That's for sure. Man, let me cut this thing off. Y'all don't make fun of my little sweatpants now. It's got, look at it, it got a smiley face on it. And it's got,
Yes,
never
that is
mind,
nice.
never mind. Yeah. This Bluetooth speaker is dying and it keeps, now it's officially dead. It keeps beeping in the background. It's getting on my nerves. Oh lordy, lordy. So what you? So what's on anything in particular? I mean, we've been on here for an hour already. I didn't even realize it was an hour. I was getting ready to say anything been on your mind. We already been on.
We don't have any more time for it to be on your mind. Um, I just, for me, I'm just zeroed in on the business right now and moving forward with that. Um, Looking for opportunities to speak. I really am into wanting to share about mind mastery and teaching people how to be more effective at living their lives, just more effective at being, and to realize that the thoughts that you don't have to have those thoughts, because it's the thoughts that you have that create the life that you don't like, that makes you miserable. So let's just substitute some new thoughts and learn how to reprogram your brain so that you can have the joy that you want. Joy is a state. If it's a high vibe, but it's a state of mind. And you get there not by saying what you can't and what is missing, but you get there by saying, I feel joy right now. I am filled with joy. And you just do that over and over. Just try it. You just do it over and over.
Yeah.
Even in one day, your whole everything just changes because you down and up at the same time, and it's just an impossibility. Choose one, pick one, whichever one you're gonna be, pick it. Pick it. It's not about doing, being. And then when you can reprogram after a while, these negative thoughts, you won't have them. Because here's one other thing related to your thinking. You didn't come in this world thinking negative thoughts. That's the program. And when you think about the program, most of the thoughts you have, they're not even yours. And if you sit with it, you can hear your mama saying stuff, your daddy, your teachers, society. So ask yourself, when you have these negative thoughts, where is that coming from? Is that mine or is that somebody else's? And if somebody else's, jettison that shit. I'm just saying, don't carry a big.
86 the extra. 86 the extra.
Yeah, just don't do that, because we get to choose. When I first heard the phrase "you create your reality," I didn't know what that meant, and I looked at my life and said, "I'm to create this." I
Look, I know you fucking lying.
I was indignant. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even know how that would work. But if you think that everything, most of us, here's a question before I even make that statement. Do you ever think about how you're thinking? Do you ever just think about thinking? What if, not to get bogged down in the this is my belief, but how did you get from wherever you were to having this belief? It's not yours. It's not yours. 9 times out of 10, what you say, I believe, is not even original and it's not even yours. And again, no intention, and I don't have any intent to offend, but just think about that. Think about that. You hear your mama's voice in your brain, your daddy's, you hear your brothers, your friends, you hear everybody's voice except yours. Except yours. And what we want to do is sit in the silence and release those other voices and get reacquainted with your own. That's what my mastery is about. That's what I'm thinking. Just become a master of your own self.
Well, I look forward to it. I can't wait to put everything out there. Because, they all going to have babies. I know they're going to have babies. They're going to branch off and be another thing and another thing. And they're all going to take time to grow, to, that gestation process. And it's all so beautiful. I love when it's time to go back to the drawing board. And I'm at that point right now. Like, I took all the things off my wall. I reorganized, put all my artwork up. It's just full of creativity. Yes, it's just full of creativity in here. It feels good. I just got to put my yoga mats up and stuff because it's usually just walking all over them because in the middle of working, I just fall out on the floor sometimes and I get back up, then I fall. But I'm like, no, get all that up. Get all that up. It's a new season. It's a new day. And I just took everything down. And so the rest of this evening, I'm going to spend more time in that space of just tightening stuff up. Like I said, everything's not necessary right now. Tightening it up. Only pull out what's necessary to make this next move. Just the next move. It's the only one that matters. It is the only one. The next word, the next decision, the next move. It's the only one that this move is the only one that exists. It's the only one that even exists. It's the only one that even exists.
It's the only one that you can.
It's the only one. It's it. The only one. So and I encourage everybody, like, no matter what time, when you listen to this, it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter if it's the worst time you ever had or if it's the absolute best time that you ever had. Just be right here, right now. Not nothing other than where you are right now, and sit in it and wait to be moved. Not to play, because I did that earlier today. I was sitting here and I don't know what I was doing. I was on my phone doing. I was playing around with logos on this app called Arvin. And I was like, I'm just wasting time. I could be doing something, whatever. And I was trying to come up with shit to do. And I'm like, you can do all the action in the world, but if it's not an inspired action, the only thing it's going to get you is tired. You're just going to be fucking wore out. You took this day off. I arranged my day to have this day off to get caught up in life with emotions. I mean, I cried a day that would have probably woke up a couple of spirits that's been dead around me, I did this real deep cry that I just needed it to come out. It wasn't even, there was sound and there were tears, but it was just welled up, it was spilling over. And so just creating that space, creating that time, it created so much space in me that I felt like immediately, because of the way I've always been doing, now I gotta fill it back up. Hurry, put something there. Oh God.
But you don't have to put anything in there. You don't.
And I had to sit there, and that's exactly what I did. I just laid back in my chair, and I'm like, just until you have something that pulls you in a way that you're like, I gotta do that now, don't move. Just don't. Why do we feel it necessary to fill every single fucking space of our day with something when the main thing that a lot of people's complaint is I'm tired, or I ain't got enough time, or I don't this and I ain't that. But it's like it created this vacuum. It's like just suck everything in, and I was just like, no, you don't have to move just yet. Move when it's time to move, not just because you have the ability to move.
Honey.
So yeah, that's where I am. That's what I'm feeling about the whole thing, and it has served me well. I created this day to just catch up with myself, and I have done that today. There was something that happened today in the kitchen, DrSue, and I know you understand, but it was the first and furthest time that I've ever, when I tell you, I opened myself up to be used and just send energy as far as I could send it, and almost feel a pop in the atmosphere when it went further than it's ever been. It was like when you drinking a smoothie and a piece of fruit wasn't quite blended up enough, and you had to say.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a good day today. Okay, it was a good day today because I needed this day, and because I took care of me, everything else took care of itself.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. Golly, that's just how it works. I love it. I love it. I love it. So when we get back on here and get Dr. Sue, I promise I ain't gonna make you wait another 3 weeks. Look at you, you ain't got nothing to say.
You wait 3 weeks, I'm divorcing you. Now hear this. Divorce are in route. So I don't your schedule is you're the gadget guy. You're out and about. I'm sitting here in front of this computer, so I'm landlocked.
You landlocked. Oh no.
But however your schedule works, I think that you said 9 weeks. You still have some things to do. I'm gonna honor that process. And
Yeah.
that you need to stick with your process. So if you decide that you want to come back on, let me know.
Okay, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. It may not even be a Friday. Just so
Right.
not too much time lapse. But if I find myself, like let's just jump on there. Or if you have like a burning idea, if I so happen to be free, we can jump on there.
Yeah.
I love it. And I do want to try TikTok for some reason. Here lately I've been wanting to try it, not commit to it, but just to see what it's like, to see what the audience, because it seems like people engage, even though it's trolls a lot of times, at least people are constantly coming through, because like on Facebook Live, you scrolling and sometimes you don't really, catch a vibe, but on TikTok, one thing I noticed is you immediately hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? You immediately hear what they're saying as you scrolling, so, and I think we talk about good shit, so maybe catch some other ears and stuff. Well, all right. Well, I guess we gonna get on off here. We still gonna talk behind the scenes. Y'all jealous, huh? They jealous.
It's been good. It's good to be back. I look forward to seeing more of my work with you. I'm going to be doing as I said, I'm going to do it on LinkedIn. I'm calling it Mind Mastery Moments, which I may come on for a minute, a couple of minutes, or 5 minutes, but they're going to be real short. And just doing that. And then I have this thing, I was going to do. I was going to do a podcast called Telling the Raw Truth, but that's one of those things that ChatGPT and I talked about. It's for women only, and it's for women. The first season really was more for women who were going through some stuff, because that's what was happening with me. I was going through some stuff. So, I wrote from the heart based on the stuff that I was going through, which is good, but it's not mind mastery.
That's so funny, because when you told me all the things, I remember just sitting there like this, like ain't no way in hell she's gonna put this out. And I'm like this in the screen.
I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna be like I'll do maybe one a week just to.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great series. Don't get me wrong. All the content was amazing that you shared with me. But I'm like, as her launch now, I ain't no way in hell. I ain't no way in Hades.
No, you right about what you're going through. I was going through some stuff, and I'm kind of on the other side of it. Nah.
You said you're on the other side now?
You're not
on the other side.
If you do that, this is how it does not coincide with what you it's recovering from a broken heart.
Hey, it's one of the ones that's the touchiest and the stickiest, and Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people are going through that, and that's why the content that you came up with, especially because you came up with the content in it, so it hits different, But yeah, the launch, they be like, oh, we know, she talk about she's a relationship lady, that ain't, then that's not who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
Every now and then a little bit and come on and share a little bit of that. But
Yeah.
the mind mastery moments, that's the deeper stuff, the transformational work that's going to help people to really move from where they are, whether it's a broken heart, whether it's a bad relationship, a bad marriage, a bad job, whether you are trying to figure out what you want to do and where you want to go. Whatever it is, then the mind mastery work is what's going, because it's mind mastery is deeper than mindset. So they don't equate the two things. They're not the same. And the tools and techniques that I'll be teaching will be that they can stand you well regardless of the context. And once you learn how to really manipulate your own mind and see when you're being manipulated by others, that's a part of the mastery. But it really all just comes down to we need to focus on thinking. Did you ever stop to think about what you're thinking and how your thinking really controls everything else? And you start from that point and yeah, just back it up.
Take it up. Bang it up.
I'm just so excited to share with people because it's like once I figured that stuff out, like why have I been so miserable in the moments that I was miserable? Why? And it was because I created the misery. It's here. It didn't have to be there because just as you can paint with dark paint, you can paint with light paint. Okay.
You choose. You do choose. You do choose. That reminds me of a song by Pink. I used to have a huge crush on Pink, by the way. And I remember this song that she did with Steven Tyler. And it was called Misery. And I love singing that song, by the way. But I had to stop singing that song. Because I was singing to an outcome that I didn't want to come. I wanted to stay out, not come. But I was singing to an outcome that I didn't want to see. I was planting seeds that I never wanted to. I wanted it to grow. And it was, a lot of people think that, fine tuning is a lot of shaving off of things. But if you incorporate things, the shaving takes care of itself. Like Dr. Sue was saying, happiness and sadness can't stay in the same place. That doesn't mean that there's not necessarily happiness and grief in the same place, because it's kind of two different, points. But at any given time, even within grief, there's a decision to be made, and it's still the best that you can feel in that moment. It's about the choices we make, the be that we're being, like you're saying. It's not a race, it's not a comparison, it's about a focal point. And if you lock in to the outcome that you want and the things that display or remind you of or liken to the feeling that you eventually want to get to. I'm not saying, like Dr. Sue, like the lady was saying, sunshine and sunshine. That's something that's so broad that even if she didn't believe it, it didn't damage her in order, and mess up what her reality was or what she was going with it. But a lot of times what we do to ourselves is we psych ourselves out because we are trying to implement a lie when we know we are already hardwired that nobody likes lies. Not even a liar like the lie. They like the thrill of conning. But, who want to keep up with all that shit? But what we need, what can better shift our thing is what our focal point is. Not what we need to let go of, but what we need to focus on. What we need to incorporate. What we need to Focus on. I mean, yeah, like you remember earlier when I said I like to get 17 analogies for the same thing. That's what's happening right now. You know. Know thyself, okay? What I'm saying is know thyself.
Understand? I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Yeah, but that, okay? Oh yeah, I know you love you some Pink Di. We had this conversation, honey. Boy, I'm misery. I mean, I used to say that song with everything in me, honey. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I had to change that.
All I
Huh?
say about that is be mindful of what you say and be mindful of what you sing, because from a scientific standpoint, what you're doing is creating new neural circuits. And the more you sing it, the deeper they go, right?
Yeah.
So the very thing that you're singing it because, quote unquote, because you like the lyrics, that it gives you joy, it's programming yourself to be miserable.
Misery. Tell me why does my heart make a fool of me? Guess what I was for years? A fool. A whole fool.
And who are you going to blame? You can't blame anybody but yourself, because you said.
It's so funny that we actually think that we ain't listening to ourselves.
Yeah, you said it's a fool of me.
Honey, no.
Okay, I can make it happen.
Yeah, we're like, watch this. Look, hold my beer. That's what your subconscious mind say. Hold my beer. Watch it. Watch this. Look, mama, no hands. Misery coming right up.
How the brain, the mind, and the heart work together to give you what you ask for at the subconscious level. When you understand that, it's easy then to change your life. It's easy. And it all goes back to the thinking. All goes back to the thinking. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'll talk about that forever because that's my thing. As they say,
Same.
that's damn.
Same. All right, guys. Well, sorry y'all can't come to behind the scenes. Dion said he was peanut butter and jealous. Oh wait, no, that was Kalani. He said she said she gonna borrow it. He said I'm peanut butter and jealous. Well, we gotta have like a meet and greet one day. We haven't had like a ATVA reunion, Zoom reunion in a long time. Maybe I'll shoot out a little flash, because I'll tell you what we can center it around. Excuse me. It's been so long that everyone, I feel like, is doing something new, has a new passion. Maybe we could just get together and do a roundabout and give everybody a chance to articulate what new they have. And they know that before they come, and so they can kind of prepare something and actually present what they're doing. And it ain't got to be nothing formal, because y'all know good damn well I'm going to be looking exactly like I'm looking right now. Hat backwards, do-rag on, or something like that. You ain't got to worry about all that. It's more about articulating and sharing the energy in the space of what we want to do versus, presenting. But really practicing articulating. Because, a lot of times people ask you something and you go, like me, you go on for so long, they're like, girl, I don't even care no more. I don't care what you do. The only thing I care about is the fact, when is you gonna shut up?
So silly.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's a good song too. Yeah, reunion catch up. I think that'd be amazing. Yeah, and you could talk about your novel. Oh, there's so many things. So yeah, I think that'd be great. Maybe I'll throw that together. And not, again, I'm still on the hiatus, so this is futuristically speaking. But I'm gonna put it together because I also have the Healing Summit coming up in December. So, that'd be a great chance for me to tell everybody about that as well and get on board for that. So, yeah, that's everything, y'all. I think we're about to get on off here, ain't we? We have to get on that. Well, join us next time for the late night happy hour with Carrie Irene and DrSue, where what comes up
Comes out.
see y'all later.